Clone troopers are currently in a heated battle, fighting against a massive separatist invasion within the walls of a downed Republic transport ship. Commander Fox and his soldiers need to defend the bridge of the ship at all costs. They need to keep the Republic's secrets hidden from the droids. But the separatist resolve is fierce, and they're sending forward thousands of droids and vehicles from both sides of the downed ship to try and crush the clone troopers. General Grievous is leading the charge for the droid army. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what other battles you'd like to see in Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod. Now let's get into this thing. Alright boys, let's get right on into this thing. We're starting in slow motion and expect some lag because we have thousands of droids coming forward at the clone trooper army here. We got clone rockets going out, hitting AATs, popping dwarf spiders early on, and the clones are getting a lot of fire out on the droid infantry, which is really good. Not many of the clones are getting suppressed, which is kind of a rarity in these larger scale battle assaults like this, but the clones do have a number of soldiers on the exterior of the downed ship here. These guys I don't expect to last very long. They are not the core of this defense, but they are buying some time for the rest of the Republic, and also they will be getting some kills. You can see there's a few dead droids out here, a few flaming dwarf spiders, maybe an AAT or two. I don't really know what those smoke piles are, except for that one's definitely a dwarf spider. So these clones on the exterior are doing some pretty good things here against the droid assault. Now this map was created by Rollum, who we have played a ton of his maps on this channel before. They are all fantastic. Huge shout out to him. He made it for the channel, but it will be released I think later this week onto the Steam Workshop if you want to play it for yourself, which is great. So huge shout out to Rollum. Thanks for making this map. Either way, more explosions starting to hit the clone trooper defenders out here, so I think most of them will be biting the dust pretty soon. Fox is out here. Where is Fox? There's Foxy boy. Yeah, it is pretty laggy right now. Fox is chilling in here, and he's got a pretty well-defended section of clone troopers over here, so they should be able to hold off the droids as they start to actually target the interior walls of the ship. But then we've also got all of the storage space within the ship here that's lined up with clone troopers as well, so there will be multitudes of choke points for the clones to hold throughout this battlefield, which is going to be essential. They are surrounded, they are heavily outnumbered. This will be a very difficult battle unless they get some serious kills within the walls of the fort. Now, obviously they are getting kills outside here too, which is great, but it's nowhere near enough. They're going to need to get like 10 kills per clone trooper once the droids actually get into the ship halls here. It's going to be rough. We'll see how that ends up going. But more droids and clones are dying on the battlefield, so our lag is subsiding, which is really, really good to see. Never fun to have a super laggy battle simulator video for the entirety of the video. Ooh, we got a mass casualty droid situation over this way, coupled with a mass casualty clone situation over here. AAT point blanking some clone troopers over here too, which is pretty crazy. Clone troopers on the interior walls just having to watch their brothers die on the exterior right there. Not a very fun time for them. I don't even know where Grievous went off to. Massive explosions rocking the interior of the already crashed ship right there, so it's not like that can really damage anything, but it will get some kills for sure. Once again, I am clueless as to where General Grievous went off to. I assume he charged forward at some point here. I just don't see him right now. Hold on, let me pause and go find him real quick so we know. Real quick, huge thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. They have literally the best deals in gaming. I use it all the time. If you like Star Wars games, Lego Star Wars for $2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for $9. One of my favorite Star Wars games, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, $1.70. If you want to play the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, Men of War Assault Squad 2, $3. Extremely popular games can be up to 99% off. Link in the description below. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the video. There we go. I found him. He's over here on this side of the battlefield. It looks like he has wasted a ton of clone troopers already, and he's going after this one boy right here with the DC-15X, so a pretty valuable clone trooper, but he is derping, as pretty much all Star Wars hero units do in Men of War Assault Squad 2, so I'm not sure. He's taking his sweet time on actually killing that clone trooper right there, which is probably not the best use of his time. You know, stop taunting this random shiny clone and go after someone else, dude. Not that hard. Not that hard. The rest of the clones on the interior over here getting some very good shots off, but an AAT is wheeling its way up to them, as well as a couple of dwarf spider droids. AATs and dwarf spiders can both be killed by light arms fire. Dwarf spiders don't take too much of it to die, but AATs take a lot of shots to die from light arms fire, so it's pretty much a non-starter. It's almost impossible. They're going to have some bazooka troopers later on in the battle to take care of those, or if they never do, they'll end up getting trapped outside anyway, because there's no way they'll fit through the wreckage to actually get into the halls of the Republic ship over here. That's just kind of a non-starter. Over this way, there's no clones left alive. RIP, but on the interior, there still are. How's Fox doing over here? Fox is actually dead. Oof. Okay, so Fox is down. Alrighty then. The Fox hate, by the way, has certainly subsided as we've distanced ourselves from, let's just say, the event that he was involved in, the death of another clone trooper. But there are still some very serious Fox haters out there, and you know what? I respect the resolve to hate him for the rest of your life. I think that is that's top tier hating, and I can only appreciate that for real, for real. All right, so as we can see, the crushing of the clone trooper defenses is going on. Pretty much all the exterior defenders are dead, and now it's just like the very immediate interior defenders that are getting any shots off at all, but not too much of that even going on either. I think the clones have a solid position right now, actually. Let's go ahead and see the losses. Yellow are dead clones, red are dead droids. I'd say clones definitely outpace the droids in kills, but not by too much, which is not fantastic. But if you look at the mini-map on the top left, red are droids left alive, blue are clone troopers left alive. Quite a number for both sides right there, still kicking, so I think we'll see a lot of action to come in this battle, which is fantastic. Grievous is over here spearheading the droid assault on the interior of the ship. Oh, yeah, he's gonna cause some problems. It's pretty easy to tell that. Yes, sir. All right, let's go ahead and time-lapse for just a little bit here, because it is still really laggy, and I think I want to just get past some of the laggy stages here. So we'll time-lapse the very top overhead here as the droids kind of start to actually make their way into the ship, and once they're actually in the ship, we'll stop the time-lapse. There we go, just a quick little 1-minute time lapse right there, and we have gotten up to 11 FPS, which is huge. We were at like 6 FPS at the very start of this battle, but it seems like the droids finally managed to work up the courage to begin the assault on the interior walls of the clone trooper ship here. A couple of them dying as they go in, but for the most part, they're actually making good progress. General Grievous still over here getting free fired on by a number of clone troopers over this way. Again, boys, use grenades. Grenades are the ultimate way out against General Grievous. That is the best thing you can do for real, for real. Grenades going into these clones over here. So it seems like the droids have figured out grenade warfare, and that guy goes absolutely flying right there. These clones further back here, getting some good fire in there as well. We can see the start of choke points beginning to get worked up here. Like this area will probably turn into a choke point over this way, which will be good. I think these droids will be able to cut through here and help out Grievous pretty easily, and they're already doing that right now, getting some shots in there. So that's not going to end up being too big of a deal for the droids to take. We do have a bit of a choke point happening over here. These droids getting slaughtered as they move in through this wreckage and get shot up by clone troopers on the other side. And through here, a few clone troopers also managing to get some shots off at those droids as well. As for Fox's boys over here, there's still a fat stack of them over here. So they're going to be able to defend this room for quite some time. Hopefully, we'll see. There are some AATs over there. They're not really able to do too much now, but lots of droids free firing in here, looking to score some easy kills. And on the opposite end, we've got a lot more dead clones over here, but this tiny little area here Might get overtaken by droids actually relatively quickly. I think this shouldn't be too big of a deal for the droids to burst through, but then once they get to these clones here, I think that will be very problematic for them. And then these clones over here dealing with Grievous on this end tunnel, but also firing outwards at some droids that are assaulting them in the distance. And you got to remember, for every spot there's a reverse spot on this map because they are surrounded on both sides, so more droids are attacking out this way. One tried to full yeet himself in but ended up dying, but the droids have taken out a number of clone troopers over here as well, so not too bad for either side. Both sides seem to be taking losses, getting kills, you know, a little tit for tat going on. Some droids dying over this way in this choke point. So the clones are finally beating down on the droids, getting those kills that we said they were going to absolutely need to get if they wanted to win this battle. So the hopes are getting higher, I would say, for the clone army as they continue to rip into the droids. We're still getting 11 FPS. It's pretty bad. Let's time-lapse this for about 1 minute here. Alright boys, minute 30 time lapse right there. We're up to 13 FPS. Oh my goodness, we're going in like sonic speed now. This choke point over here still holding. Beautiful. Fox's troopers over here also holding still, which is very nice to see. These guys are, again, very important to the entire flank over this way. How is it going? Ooh. This hallway has collapsed, and now these clone troopers through here are going to start having to deal with them in their backs while also dealing with droids coming through the front way over here. General Grievous is still down this way. He hasn't really done much in the last few minutes, I would say. He's just sort of been vibing out, and so I don't think he's being all that effective for the droid army, although he is absorbing some shots and allowing more droids to push in and actually be effective. So, you know, maybe in that sense he is in fact being somewhat effective. But the clone troopers on this end of the battlefield still alive, which is great to see. They've killed some more droids that have tried to yeet through this little tunnel area over here, which is fantastic. And again, this area over here also still holding nicely, although that granata could very easily, end that clone trooper's career. We've still got some more clones over this way, ready to shoot diagonally into the droid choke point, which is the best way to defend a choke point, is that diagonal fire. Makes it so hard for droids to return fire. The only problem is the droids do have cover over here and a pretty nice angle right here, so it's not the best, but it's a decent situation at the very least for the clone troopers over that way. Certainly not too horrendous. Right now the droid's making some gains in various areas. I'd say right here is the biggest contender for a major droid push into the heart of the ship, and then being able to then push out the clones from this area. So why don't we go ahead and time-lapse this area, and hopefully the FPS just starts getting better again. Alright, well, the droids continue to pound this position right here. However, the clones are standing very, very firm right here. Both of these guys with 1 kill. This DC-15X trooper with 7. This guy with 5. That's not bad at all. Yeah, a few of these guys becoming heavy hitters on the battlefield. Grievous still just chilling right there. These droids over here haven't been able to push through this way because of all the clones blockading over here. So this is definitely a battle of multiple angles, and both sides can definitely use that to their advantage. Just depends on who is better at using that advantage, because it could be good for both attackers and defenders. Let's go ahead and bump it up a speed here. I think we're going to be able to. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Okay, cool. The lag is behind us. The rest of these clones on the wreckage of the ship over here, having to deal with this little outcropping of droids that is coming forward. That's going to be a little bit problematic, potentially. Hopefully they can hold them back and manage to stop them from pushing through here so much. But right now, the droids are making a pretty good gambit at that. Over this way, oh, AAT just struck a bunch of their own droids right there. That wasn't very Gucci, my dude. But these guys, Fox's security, holding extremely well. These droids through here, they could easily kill these guys if they just shoved through right here, but they don't seem to be doing that. Oh, that's because there's clones right here. I see. Yep, exactly. Game of angles. There's angles everywhere that people can take. Good positions that they can hold. It's absolutely brutal. Right over this way, these droids coming through and trying their very hardest to take out some of these clones over here. I think they could be successful on this end of the battlefield if they just continue to press forward over here big time. Let's go ahead and actually look at the mini-map here. So, blue are clone troopers left alive, red are droids left alive. Droids have secured the middle section here. Clones, of course, still have a very good holdout in this area, and then they still have their very good holdout in this area, but they're cut off in the middle. They no longer possess the middle fortitude right there. So it's going to be up in the air whether or not the clones can hold this area over here and this area over here. I think the engine room area where Fox was positioned is better suited. Oh, that was nice. For defense, I think these guys have better choke points and also just more troopers in general able to fight against the enemy. So I imagine these guys will hold out a lot better. Let's go into full speed now. Full speed ahead, Captain. Let us roll. And these guys, they could easily be flanked by more droids over this way. But then they've got these guys backing them up here. So I think if the droids grenade here, then flank around the back of these guys, they could get huge results. But right now, they are not thinking to grenade. And in fact, the clones continue to grenade them here, which is definitely not helpful for the droid army right over that way. Grievous is, of course, still over here, so he will help out against these clone troopers, which are now taking a beating. Look at this. Oh, no, the droids are grenading the clones. Grievous is out in the middle right there. Clones are getting some droid kills, but now the droids are swarming from both the middle as well as the far right position here, and look at that. They're coming through the left big time, and they wipe out all of those clone troopers right here. They're doing a huge run on the clone army back this way. There's a couple more clones back here, but really not much. We're talking like 6 or 7 clones right now in some of this wreckage over here. Hopefully they're good for a few more kills to wither down the droids, but I certainly don't think they're going to be holding out for forever. Oh, this is rough. There goes that trooper right there. These troopers over here all dead. There goes that guy. And we have one last shock trooper right here. He gets out a grenade, but dies before he can use it. So now it is just Fox's boys back here, who, again, I think have the capability of potentially winning this thing single-handedly. They might just be up to snuff. However, the full might of Grievous's army is going to be coming for them now. You can see the middle section here of droids is quite large now. A very, very healthy chunk, let's say, of droids have pushed through this way and are now pelting the clone troopers with laser fire. Not good. There's still a clone over here which is managing to get some good cut-in fire right now, but he doesn't have the best angle. That's a good grenade. Yeah, take out droids one by one if you have to. Do whatever you can. Do whatever you can. This alleyway, nothing really happening over here. There's a bunch of droids around here ready to wrap around. That could be deadly. Still more clones over this way. They don't really have any droids to deal with over here. Just a few out this way. And then all of Grievous's boys are going to be pushing out over here now. So they're going to be seeing some more action fairly soon. I'm going to go ahead and move some of these clones over here, because I think this will be a better position for them. And I want to give them a good opportunity. So let's also move this trooper right here and stand that trooper up like that. Beautiful. Okay, just some light shifting for the clone troopers because I really want to see a solid choke point defense here. I don't want them to go down in just like a matter of moments. But for now, these guys out in the hallway here, despite not really being much of a choke point, they are getting crazy numbers of kills against the droids. They are really giving them, you know, what for? they're keeping them at bay, which is beautiful. The more kills we get now for the clone troopers, the absolute better it will be long term, because if they end up crashing out over here really quickly, then the boys further back are going to have a way worse time. Oh, this will be interesting. These clones here could do some big things if they get the attention of these droids. It would drive like half of the droids away, but that doesn't... Oh, there we go, there we go. Yes, yes, yes. Droids, assault over here. Yeah. Let those guys vibe. Okay, one of those clones died really early. Oh no, there's a droid attacking in the back. These guys didn't hold out well at all. Oh my goodness. All right. This defensive area is crumbling. Oof. Okay. It is going to be up to the engine room now. Oh man. All right, that was rough. We need this choke point to hold out absolutely. Oh, how did that guy die? That's interesting. Alright, but here comes Grievous, man. Ugh! That's the big problem. Clones having to deal with Grievous. Can we maybe retreat this trooper? Nope, he died. Rip. Let's get these guys like set up in better positions here. Get some good like angle variety going. There we go. Wait! There's a second Commander Fox on the battlefield! Excuse me? Okay. Well, that's awkward. Fox has come back from the dead. Maybe he never really died. Maybe that wasn't Fox after all. We just don't know. We just don't know, lads. Right now, this choke point is holding way more clones under suppression than I would like. They're definitely having a little bit of trouble with that. Overall, the clone defense started to go down very, very quickly here. They were doing quite well at the beginning of this battle, and it seems to be falling apart quite horrifically, and this choke point is not holding enough, I think, to warrant a victory, but we'll see. Let's move this guy out here just a little bit so he's able to shoot a bit more. There we go. I'm actually going to order Grievous to stay put. I think it's really boring when the hero units charge through and end the battle right away by just being practically invincible. So we're going to have it be a truly infantry-only battle, unless, of course, the AATs come over here and wrap around. But for now, I just want to see this choke point vibe out and potentially get some really, really good kills here without Grievous interfering too much. Very nice grenade there. Very cheeky. Love to see that. Beautifully done right there, boys. Give us a few more of those, and we might be on our way to victory. Let's move Fox out from there. He's actually got 7 kills, which is very impressive. We'll move Fox over here. Go, Foxy. There you go, my Foxy friend. Oh, we got droids flanking. A masterful gambit from the droids, but doesn't really result in much. Okay, yeah, this must not have been Fox. That must have been a lieutenant or something like that, because this is Fox right here. Very, very interesting. All right, they are getting some serious kills now. Beautifully done. With certainly mild help from me, but hey, I want this battle to be entertaining, man, and if they got crushed, I don't think it would be nearly as fun, so I don't care what people say. I did help the clones, but it was for a good cause, to see an epic choke point defense, so deal with it. Oh, clone trooper goes down right there. These guys need to pick up these droids. There you go. Good, good, good. Oh, there's one more. They need to watch that flank for sure. Okay, a couple more try charging through. Doesn't work out for them. They get gunned down. Good. Yeah. Watch these guys, because that's who is doing the most effective assaults right now on the battlefield, is the troopers down that way. That could spell trouble for the clones long term. A couple more droids try and get some shots off, but get nailed really, really quickly there. Well done, boys. Whew. Clone troopers continue to hold. They're doing it. They're actually kind of doing it. Look at this. The droids are just not sustaining their attack very well here. I really only repositioned a couple clones and then stopped Grievous from full yeeting in. Later in the battle, we will go ahead and put Grievous in if you know, the droids do end up failing here. But for now, we're going to keep him out. Some grenades going off. It's not fantastic for the clones, but they're still holding. So you know what? We take those. We take those, boys. Keep it up. Keep it up. All right. Huge run from the clones here. Look at that. There are a few droids over here again. That makes me slightly nervous. They're in fairly prime flanking positions. Could do some serious damage. That's not what we want. Nice. Good kills. Good kills. Wunderbar. Keep it up, boys. Fox with the granata. Throws the granata. I might get some kills, actually. Nice. Look at all these droids over here still. Yeah, these two are a threat. They certainly are a threat. Let's see how many kills the clones have right now. There's literally only 3 left. This guy's got 20. Fox has 31, and this guy has 17. So these 3 are holding it out, but I don't know if they'll be able to indefinitely. That could be a tall order. Why don't we go ahead and time-lapse their last stand here for a little bit, because this could last a long time. Oh god, the droids just got a grenade off. I was just watching the time lapse and they got a grenade off and now everyone died. No. The clones actually came really close, man. Oh my god, they slaughtered so many droids right there. Each of those guys probably had like 50 kills by the end. Holy smokes. So the droids do end up with a victory. Yellow are dead droids, red are dead clones. Thank you to Rollum for making this map and this mission for us. Huge legend, massive shout out to him. Thank you so much. It should be available on the Steam Workshop now if you'd like to go check it out, I believe, or it might be in a couple days. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.